Hey guys, Metal Viking 82 here, back to show off some more indie scene support. Plunder. Got a lot of cool stuff from bands from all over the state of Indiana, because of course you've got to support your local scene. Got to start things off with some merch, then get into some digital copies that I got because they weren't available physically, and then onto the physical stuff here. But I'm going to start first with this killer Vile Iniquity shirt. Soldiers of Sin, and then on the back, Iniquitous Black Metal Cult. I absolutely love this shirt. I've already de-sleeved it to make it fit just a little more comfortably for me. But if you're not familiar with Vile Iniquity, killer black thrash out of Columbus, been around since 2019. They do have one demo out right now. I do believe they still have a few copies left of the tape. I could be wrong. But yeah, definitely worth checking out. Then I got these awesome patches from Lavaborn, Doom Metal out of Indianapolis. Been around since 2017. Got this nice little strip patch. And Black Winged Gods, which is the album that I actually did a review of. So if you want my full thoughts on their release, go check that out. And they actually put me a little note in here, a little card. It says, Ryan, thank you so much for continuing supporting us and all the other bands in the local scene. Enjoy your new patches. Lavaborn. Love when bands do that. So yeah, moving on to the digital stuff. We have first up Coffin Witch with their Heirs to Heresy album. Excuse me. Brutal death metal out of Fort Wayne, been around since 2011, though I believe I read recently on Facebook that they are going to be splitting up here soon, which kind of sucks because this is a really good album. Debut full length put out by Dark Horizon Records digitally in 2014. Excuse me. Had a little something in my mouth there. Raw sounding with some vocals that to me are reminiscent of Dallas Toller Wade on the early Nile releases. And then the next band up is one that I actually got turned on to by a guy that does artwork and logo work for local bands. Nate Vaught, he, while I was on vacation, posted about this band, so I checked it out. Really loved what I heard and immediately bought the digital copy. I really hope they actually put out a physical of this at some point, because I would love to get it. But this is One Body, Six Graves, death metal out of Converse, which I didn't even know we had a city called Converse. I'm not sure when they exactly formed, but this is their debut self-titled EP, put out digitally by the band just this year. And man, this definitely has some potential to make it on my year-end EPs and demos list, as does it, which honestly, this next one is definitely going to be making the list. It's right up there towards the top. And I actually just did a review of this, so go check that out. But this is Flesher with Murder Sessions, death metal out of Indianapolis. This is their debut demo, independently put out digitally by the band. I am actually going to be seeing them the 26th, opening up for Mother of Graves at their release show, which I'm really excited about. So yeah, hopefully, I know they're going to have shirts. It'd be kind of nice if they actually had some tapes of this demo, but we shall see. Next up, this band, I actually have a physical copy and a digital copy. I actually bought both of these digitally and then found the second one on CD, which I didn't even know it had come out on CD until Stabby Hamlet posted them in his distro, so I of course snagged it. But I'm talking about Cremated Souls, death metal out of Fort Wayne, been around since 2019. I have their self-titled debut demo, which was put out independently, much like the other one, by the band themselves in 2020. And then finally, their debut EP, Masterpiece of the Inverted One. Yeah. Really solid death metal band. I was actually just listening to this yesterday while I was writing out the notes for this. And yeah, really good stuff. Definitely go check these dudes out. Next up, Prehistoria with Cursed Lands. Yeah, power metal based out of Indiana, though, they've been around since 2020. The main guy, I believe, behind this project is based in Indiana, but I don't know where exactly because the archives just said Indiana. Though according to their Bandcamp, there's members in this band that are basically, the four members are split out or actually, I don't know how many members there are, I forget. But yeah, they're split up between 4 different states, but they actually feature current and former members of bands like Heavy Lies the Crown, Well of Souls, Borberopsis, Obscene, Acheron, among many others. But yeah, this is their debut EP, independently put up by the band just this year, and it's actually been a while since I listened to this, but I do remember it being some pretty solid power metal. It's only 4 tracks long, so yeah, definitely go give them a listen. Then we actually just got this here recently. This is Man Eating Giant. They're self-titled. And yeah, this is just a 3-song EP of some really awesome thrash metal out of Indianapolis. Been around since, I believe, I want to say 2019, but I could have it wrong. I don't think it listed a when they were around, but this came out in 2019. I was lucky enough to get a copy. They actually still had some left, but really solid thrash metal. And I believe it's the drummer in this band is also in Mother of Graves. So yeah, I will definitely be taking this to the show and see if I can get him to sign that for me. Next up, Gorgasm with 96. Sorry about the glare there, trying to fight it this morning. But yeah, brutal death metal band out of Lafayette, been around since 1994. This is actually their debut demo that was originally put out independently by the band on tape back in 1996. This is a 2022 Brutal Minds reissue, and originally this was just called the self-titled, but for this reissue, it's just simply called 96. And again, this is another one that I listened to when I got it, but I honestly forgot exactly how it sounds because it's been so long and I've had so much going on. But it's Gorgasm. If you love brutal death metal and you love Gorgasm, you're going to love this. Next up, and I'm totally going to butcher this name, and I apologize. Daraku Shita Kanjo with Necessitated Depravity of Denouements. Yeah, I haven't even gotten the sticker off of this because I actually got this not that long ago. But yeah, brutal death metal out of Indianapolis, been around since 2019. This is actually a one-man project of Wilson Shirelles, who's also, among others, in the band Volnificus, who actually just released a, I think it's a full-length or it might be an EP, I can't remember. But I actually found this in the Half Price Books outlet store the last time I was there, which is probably about a month ago, probably. And I saw it for $2. I saw it was on Lord of the Sick, so I just picked it up. I was like, you know what? It's worth checking out for $2. And then I happened to find out that I was looking this band up because I saw this listed on Comatose during their new arrivals. And I looked it up and I was like, holy shit, they're from Indianapolis. So yeah, made it into this list instead of my Half Price Books video that will eventually get made. All right, this next one, I was so happy when I was finally able to get a copy from a distro here in the U.S. because I was not going to try to get one from Russia. I have bought from Russia before, but I try not to. But yeah, I was really excited that this finally got into a distro, and I finally got a copy other than the digital that I've had. This is Emulsified with Apocalypse. Brutal death metal out of Lafayette, been around since 2016. This is the debut full-length album put out by Inherited Suffering Records just this year, and really solid stuff, really brutal. I really dug their EP, so like I said, when I saw they had a full-length out, I just had to get it, and really love the artwork and everything. But yeah, solid brutal death metal. Go check them out. Another one that I was really excited that finally made it here into a distro. I got this from Night Shift Merch. But this is Severed Head Shop with The Fucking. Yeah, what a name. But yeah, Severed Head Shop, death metal / grindcore band out of South Bend, been around since 2010. Features members of Carrion Veil, who actually just recently released a killer album, Crypt Rot, Between the Killings, Maimed, etc. So really killer bands that these guys are a part of. But this is their debut EP put out by Everlasting Spew Records this year, and man, this is just, yeah, it's heavy. It's grindcore, death metal. I mean, if you love those two genres, go check out Severed Head Shop. Next up, another one that I did a review of. I was really excited when the CD finally dropped because it Looks amazing, sounds amazing. If you want my full thoughts on this album, go check it out. But this is Cadaverous with Remnants of Violence. Death metal out of Indianapolis, been around since 2021. Debut full-length album put out independently by the band. Frozen Scream Imprints is actually doing the tape version, which I have pre-ordered, and I'm very anxious for that to ship. But yeah, really solid debut from these guys. I absolutely loved their demo. Got to see them at Heavy Hell 3. And yeah, absolutely killer band. Go check out Cadaverous. And finally, the last stack here. Oh, I forgot. They actually sent me a note too. Says, thanks for your order and support. You do so much for multiple metal scenes, and it is greatly appreciated. Nice meeting you at Heavy Hell 3. And again, thank you for reviewing the album. Hope to see you around soon. Best, Xander Farrington, which is their bass player. Again, just love when bands put little notes like that in your packages. But yeah, this last little stack here, all from the same band. This is a band that I have known about for a long, long time, and they got put on my list of bands that I needed to check out, but because of the many albums that are constantly coming out, new releases, new bands to check out, they just kind of got lost in the shuffle. But these guys are going to be opening up for Mother of Graves at their release show here in a little over a week, so I was like, well, now I better get my ass in gear and check them out. Really loved what I was hearing, so I was like, you know what? I'm picking them all up, so I ended up getting all their full-length albums, plus a split release that I'm going to be taking to the show to hopefully get signed. But the band in question is Apostle of Solitude, doom metal out of Indianapolis, been around since 2004. And let's see, I've got their debut, Sincerest Misery, put out by Eyes Like Snow in 2008. Last Sunrise, again put out by Eyes Like Snow. This one came out in 2010. And then this is the first, or I believe it's the first, or might be the second split that they put out. But this is a split they did with Rituals of Oak, who are a doom metal act out of Australia, and then the Flight of Sleipnir, who are a stoner doom folk band out of Colorado. Really love that artwork. But yeah, this was put out by Eyes Like Snow in 2011. Then right here with their third full-length album, they jumped ship to their current label, but this is Of Woe and Wounds, which came out on Cruz del Sur. Cruz del Sur Music back in 2014. And we have the fourth full-length album, From Gold to Ash, again on Cruz del Sur in 2018. And finally, their latest release for Cruz del Sur from 2021, Until the Darkness Goes. And yeah, I absolutely love the artwork on this album. And yeah, if I end up getting a shirt at the show, this would definitely be the one. If they have an artwork shirt of this, I would definitely want, or maybe Sincerest Misery. But yeah, really good stuff. Have not had a chance to get through all of them. I've only listened to the debut all the way through so far, but really great doom metal. And this band actually features current and former members of some of the other notable acts from here in Indiana, such as the Gates of Slumber, Arcturus, and even Shroud of Vulture, among others. So yeah, I am really looking forward to catching them live. And yeah, that is going to do it. Thank you guys so much for watching and subscribing. Make sure to check all of these bands out and support your own local scene because, they definitely deserve your support. That is going to do it. Thank you so much for watching and subscribing. And until next time, stay brutal.